Now we're going to look at the vocabulary of multiplication. The vocabulary we'll be using in these videos to describe multiplication, or the parts of a multiplication equation, are factors and products. You might see other words used such as multiplicand and multiplier, but for these videos we're just going to stick with factor. Here we have 4 tubes, and each tube contains 3 tennis balls. To work out the number of tennis balls, we can use multiplication. We have 4 groups, and in each group we have 3 balls. So 4 is our first factor, 3 is our second factor, and our product is 12. What does the 4 represent? What does the 3 represent? And what does the 12 represent? Hopefully you said the 4 represents the number of tubes, and the 3 represents the number of balls in each tube, and the 12 represents the number of balls all together. We could represent our tennis ball context using an array. Here we can see that along this side of our array we have 3, 1, 2, 3, and along this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could say that we have 3 lots of 4, 1 lot of 4, 2 lots of 4, 3 lots of 4. We could also say, though, that we have 4 lots of 3. 1 lot of 3, 2 lots of 3, 3 lots of 3, 4 lots of 3. So we'd say that 3 and 4 are both our factors, and our product is 12. It is the total number in our array. You can also see that our factors can be switched around. We can change their position with each other. So the 3 could be our first factor, or it could be our second factor. Either way, the product remains the same. In multiplication, we say that this is commutativity. It means that we can move our factors around without changing the product. Here we have a context with larger numbers. We have 4 equally sized chocolate bars. Here we have another multiplication context. We have 4 equally sized chocolate bars. Each one weighs 232 grams. To represent this, we could say that we have 4 lots of 232 grams. Or we could also say that we have 232 grams 4 times. 4 and 232, or 232 and 4, are our factors. Here, we will write our product once we have calculated it. Here I have represented our chocolate bar context using a short multiplication format. The 232 is our first factor, the 4 is our second factor, and the 928 is our product. What does the 928 grams represent? What does the 4 represent? And what does the 232 represent? You should have said that the 928 grams represents the total mass of all 4 chocolate bars. The 4 represents the number of chocolate bars, and 232 represents the mass of each individual chocolate bar.